it's me, Autoimmune Warriors. I am back at you again today to talk about my 10 ways that I am coping with this very stressful situation. We all are affected by the COVID-19. We are all probably struggling at different levels with what's going on. And so instead of talking about the negative aspect of everything, I'm going to talk about the positives. What am I doing to help cope in a healthy way? And what maybe new skills am I gaining? So if you are interested in hearing what ways I cope and maybe talking about the ways you cope, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up so that you can be notified of all of my future videos. So here we go. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my number one way that I am coping. And that is I'm sewing masks. I, like a lot of you, are in the at-risk category. And because of that, I'm in not social isolation. I'm in self-isolation. Nobody in my family is sick, but we're keeping it that way by none of us leaving except for my wife, who is an RN. And, I was really kind of freaked out by that. She's a nurse and I was scared. And so we started talking about ways that I could cope with the fear. And one of the ways that I am coping is making masks because it's something that I can control. And I have addressed this before. I'm a bit of a control freak, and not having any control over anything has been very overwhelming. So I sew. I have made probably about 100 masks so far, and I feel really, really good about it. If you have a sewing machine, if you have some spare fabric, and you have a desire to do that, I highly recommend it. It is very cathartic to just sew, just get it going. And I put little earbuds in, excuse me, and I just sew and I listen to my Harry Potter book on tape. Number 2, I get to spend pretty much every day with my best friend. I am quarantined with my best friend because I'm married to her. My wife, Jen, is my absolute favorite person in the world. She is my very best friend. Do I want to stab her sometimes? Yes. But do most of the time I just want to love on her? Yes. We have fun together in every situation. If I'm sad, we can talk. If I'm happy, we play games. If we're feeling busy and want to get some stuff done, she's the person I want to do it with. So I consider myself very lucky that I get to spend every day with her. Number 3, I have gotten addicted to playing Sims. Sims is my favorite computer game. My favorite online game has been for years, but I don't normally play it because I get sucked in. And it's happened again. I play with my 14-year-old daughter, and we do the fun kind of online challenges that they challenge people to on YouTube. And so we're doing one of those now, and it is fun. I like building new worlds. I like using the cheat codes. I'm always a millionaire. Except for this last time, that was the challenge, is my daughter was like, do not cheat. Don't give yourself money. I had to raise my kids normally. I couldn't just age them up. It was a lot of fun, and we're still actively doing it. And I really enjoy it. It is a nice way when I am stressed to the max to just be I'm getting on the computer. I'm going into my make-believe world where there is no COVID-19, and I am just going to play. It's a great escape, and it's healthy because I'm doing it with my family. Number 4, watching movies with the family. I love watching movies. It's probably one of the number one things that I miss about the real world. So I miss going to the movie theater. I love the whole experience. So we've been doing that a lot at home. We'll have a movie night where we'll shut the lights off and we'll pop popcorn and we'll get snacks and we'll just hunker down. And we recently just did that with the Hunger Games series. Some of our kids had never seen that. Bad mom alert. And so we watched that, and one of my daughters was so excited by the movies, she was like, I need to read the books. And so now she's going to start the series of the Hunger Games. So we inspired reading just by a movie night. Number 5, projects, household projects. I'm guilty of pushing myself too hard, just like we all are. And sometimes I use projects to help me cope and escape from the things that I either can't control or don't want to. And we recently did a kitchen makeover. We put tile, I guess it wasn't really tile, it was more like stone in our backsplash in our kitchen. And it turned out so good. We were so proud of ourselves, and it inspired us to want to keep the projects going. We updated the hardware on our cabinets. We are going to paint. Sorry, my brain was like very delayed there. We are going to paint our dining room and put up wallpaper, which is fun because the dining room was the very first room that we decorated when we moved in over 10 years ago. That's crazy. So now we're redoing it again, which is fun. Number 6, organizing. I love taking a cluttered space and making it look pretty and make sense. It helps focus my brain again on things that I can't control, and it shifts it over to things that I can. That's a pretty good coping skill, and it makes my house look nice and make sense and have order. I love order. 7, self-care. So I know this one might sound silly, but for me, I'm very bad about taking care of myself. I'm good about resting when I need to rest. I'm goodish. And I feed myself and that kind of stuff. But what I'm talking about is like care. I'm very embarrassed to say this, but I'm gonna say it. I have really thick, callousy heels. Gross, I know. But it's sometimes hard for me to reach my heels because, well, I'm a bigger girl and my joints hurt all the time. So sometimes it's hard for me to like grip the pumice stone. Sometimes it's hard for me to like reach down there and get it. So I just don't do it. But I've been making that a priority lately to do it every day. Even if I'm in pain, I'll still just do it a little bit. And I've been putting cream on my heels and I've seen a vast improvement. And that kind of self-care makes me feel good about myself. And it helps me to know, again, have control over a situation. It's like, you know what? I can't control what's outside of my body, but I can control this. And so I have been doing that. I've been doing nightly facial cleaners with my Mia Clarisonic. Just like blast the dirt out of my pores. I've been putting a vitamin C serum on my face at night with a really good night moisturizing mask. And I have noticed a difference in my skin as well. It is softer. It doesn't get as dry, which is amazing. So that kind of self-care, I feel like that is very, very good. And for me, it has been a great coping skill. Number 8, video chats. What would we do without Zoom, FaceTime, and Messenger? We would just be back in the Stone Ages. Nobody would know what to do. You know, I could not live without those 3 things. That is how I talk to my parents. That is how I talk to my siblings. That is how I talk to my friends these days. And I love it. When we are having bad days, we get on our Messenger, we group chat each other, and we say, girls, we need to talk. And that means we get a Zoom meeting. And then we get to see each other face to face. It is amazingly therapeutic, and it is almost as good as, you know, having a drink with the girls or a cup of coffee or any of that. It is a wonderful coping skill, talking face to face or as face to face as we can get. Number 9. This is more a guilty pleasure than it is a coping skill. But I gotta say, I love me some TikTok. Who knew? I've been griping at my kids about TikTok's repetitive sounds for years. I finally watched TikTok to see what it was all about, mostly because my 14-year-old convinced me to do a dance with her. Don't go look it up. But we did it, and it's actually really funny. It is a lot of fun if you can skirt past the huge amounts of bad language that is actually on TikTok. But if you look past that, there's a lot of really funny ones. There's a lot of ones that are age appropriate for, the 30 pluses. And I love just kind of scrolling and laughing. It's very, very healthy to just laugh like that. Number 10, I have been planning for someday. And we don't know when all of this is going to end. We don't know really what someday is going to look like. So I'm planning for that future when I am able to leave my house without fear, when I'm able to go grocery shopping again, when I'm able to go to the hardware store again. And so I've been making plans for projects that I can't do while I'm in isolation. What does my business look like? Everything's going to be different in the future. What I was doing isn't now necessarily something that is going to be a needed service. So how do I adapt that to what our future is going to be? Well, I plan for someday. So I hope that you guys are planning for someday too, because it won't always be like this. So those are my top 10 ways that I am coping right now. I would really love to hear how you're coping. What are some things that you guys are doing that is helping you through this really, really difficult time? And if it's one of the 10 I listed, I would love to hear it. But if it's not, I would love to hear that even more. I want to know what you guys are doing, and maybe I can add it to my list. I just want to say that I have an Instagram, and it will be in the comments below or the description down below. And I did like a this or that thing the other day where I was asking if people wanted to see me do one type of hair treatment or the other. And everyone chose the hair treatment that had like 7 ingredients. So my next video is actually going to be me making the hair treatment and talking about that a little bit more. So if you guys are interested in hair regrowth serums, because I know that I have lost quite a bit of hair from autoimmune problems. So if you're interested in seeing if your hair can regrow, then absolutely tune in next week. Until then, stay safe and we'll see you later. Bye.